The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Seminoles offense will get first crack at it here. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now on first down from the 30. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Sperry. Gets it to him on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
So Clemson's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little equation, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and look for room. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Berry. Wide open downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some... right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Pittsburgh has the lead right now. The Steel City has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They are up by 7 over Cal. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Yeah, and it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot, but nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge game.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They booted away on 4th down. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The running back has it. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Sperry. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Touchdown, Clemson! The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Running back searching for a hole. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Fakes to grab. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Plows through the defense.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
And the Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking for a crease. It's Webb. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Berry. Snagged in the middle, it's Gibson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes the catch at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And, boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right front. Nice job.
They go to the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Quick completion to the right. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
I know everybody's yelling like, you didn't get the 1st down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Sets up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. To the air on 2nd down. Right down the middle. With the catch, it's Brown. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Brown. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Wants to go up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Using his legs, it's Webb. Spins away from the defense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quick completion on the out route. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Back to throw, it's Sperry. Quick strike complete. He gets it to the 31-yard line, a big play for this offense. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws to the tight end. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Never a doubt. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Rodgers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical.
It's a seam wide open at the 30. He's at the... and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tiger. Extra point here will give them the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Berry. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Makes the grab. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Gonna look downfield again. Pulls it in. It's Hoffman. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Gibson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up first and goal.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground.
Touchdown, Seminoles! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Looking for the two-point try. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. He'll bring it out. It's Rogers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. And some room to work. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. Turning it on. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there. if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Takes a handoff. It's Webb. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Noles will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Off the play fake on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Overton. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 12 to Louisiana. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Dropping back, it's Berry. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warwick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Behind the change now on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The Seminoles are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
And the Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. There he goes. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Caught in the backfield, it's Huffman. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. He wants it all. Touchdown, Knowles! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Gonna run it. It's Overton. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get it through the air. Bring in the heat. Looking to scramble. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
If I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After run, now throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Rodgers. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. Easy call for the ref. That slices the lead to 2. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to... time off the game clock as they can before snapping it, you've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The big fullback's got it. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the fullback. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Give to the big fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Fires to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Handoff to the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Give to the fullback. Oh, he's got some space. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sticks it in his belly. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. If they can pick up a yard here on second down, that might put this one in the books. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up third and inches.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. The give to the big fullback. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7.
And who's surprised? Nobody. Big third down moment. Who do you go to? You go to the big fella, and he does the rest. He lowers his shoulder, gets physical, gets the first down, and they got a chance with the lead here to salt this game away.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Run it with the fullback. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on first down. Finds a tight end. Running through contact. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.